Have you ever met with a client, talked about what's going on, how you can help them, and after you share your rates, they say, "Why do you cost so much?" This is Loren Fogelman with Business Success Solution. And if you've ever been in that situation, then you know that that question, especially if you weren't expecting it, can totally bring you into a sweat, catch you off guard. And a lot of times clients ask that pricing question because they don't fully grasp the value that your services deliver. So what you want to do is be prepared and how to be able to effectively navigate the conversation away from price and into one about solutions. So let's first go into why clients might ask about why you cost so much. And here's the reality. Some of your clients are just price sensitive. So they like to control costs. They might have a set budget or an idea on what your services ought to be priced at. So it's natural for them to be able to ask that in order to take charge of their expenses and make sure that it's not going to be so much. The next thing is that they're just totally clueless. They don't really understand what's required in order for you to be able to manage their finances and take care of their tax situation. That's the next thing. And then the third thing is they are cautious. Maybe they've had someone else that they engaged and that person didn't deliver. In fact, that person wasn't doing what they were hired to do whatsoever. So now they're meeting with you, they're a little bit gun shy and they want to avoid a similar experience. So those are three reasons why a potential client might ask about why your firm services are so high, why you cost that much, is because they want to control. Costs, they're clueless, and the third one is they might be cautious. But there's actually a better question that they want to ask, they just don't know to ask it. And it's really that they want to ask, what value do you provide? That is the real question that they want to be asking. So think about that. Let's reframe the question from why do you cost so much to now thinking about what is the value that you provide. And when you do that, you might want to be able to do some financial storytelling. You want to maybe give an example of how you were able to fix a complex situation for a client and the difference that it made as a result of that. And the other thing is you want to have some type of script of how you respond when they say that. It could be something as easy as a value isn't in how many hours we work, but in applying our expertise in order to solve your problems. Once again, you want to have a simple one-sentence script, and it could be our value isn't in how many hours we work, but in applying our expertise to be able to solve your problems. So that is something that you can have in your toolbox. That way, when the question or the comment of why you cost so much comes up, you can now have something that you can respond with confidently so it doesn't throw you off. The other thing is practice. Practice your response. The more that you practice it, the more likely that when you actually hear it, then you're going to be able to respond with confidence as opposed to getting all flustered. So once again, someone might say, your rates seem so high compared to what others down the street are charging. And you can respond by saying something like, I understand that cost is important. And here is what sets us apart. We don't just crunch numbers. We identify opportunities. And an example is last year, we helped one client increase their revenues by 20% by identifying top-selling services and also helping them manage expenses. So that was one response, is how you were able to respond with confidence, understand their concern, give them another way of looking at that, give them an example. And here's one more, is, with another client, when we added up tax savings, recovered funds, avoided penalties, and a couple other things, our services paid for themselves 3 times over. That client was so happy to be able to have those things behind him. So once again, confidence is key. Stay focused, stay present, know how you want to respond, avoid getting defensive, and be enthusiastic. People want to engage someone whose services they are enthusiastic in doing, delivering, showing that you love what you do, that you love making a difference for your client, that you are a client-centered firm. And after you go ahead and respond with that, the next thing you can say is, would you like to have a meeting? I have a free consultation and we can go ahead and get together and discuss what's coming up for you, any challenges, what your priorities are, what goals you want to achieve. So once again, state why your client, know how to respond to that question of why your prices are so expensive, and then offer to meet with them in a free consultation. So that is something to think about. This way, we start to turn that price question into a value conversation. And if you want more of this and to be able to really master the value conversation, to be able to handle those questions with confidence when the objections come up, then join me on Wednesday, March 13th at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 o'clock Pacific, where I'm doing a complimentary masterclass on stop competing on price and confidently answer the what's your hourly rate question. Once again, if you want to master these objections and price questions, join me on March 13th at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 o'clock Pacific, and you can get all the details at businesssuccesssolution.com/hourly. I look forward to hearing what resonated with you. How will you apply that? What is maybe something that you're already doing that affirmed it? I would love to hear what's coming up for you. Loren Fogelman, showing accounting firm owners how to double their income, working half the time.